Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Annie and today this was my third attempt at making sugar from sugar beet and I'm pleased to say I've done it! Amazing! So I started growing sugar beet probably 2 or 3 years ago. My first attempt I burnt the sugar. My second attempt was end of last summer. I sort of knew it wouldn't work because I knew I needed the cold weather to make the sugar in the sugar beet itself. I've obviously done a full video last year on the making of it, what you can do with the sugar beet, how easy it was to grow. You can eat the greens, the root vegetables are lovely roasted and also absolutely delicious in pickles. The waste product from making the sugar you can dehydrate and grind down as flour. So it really is a universal plant that for me as a prepper is one I will grow every year because you get a lot of bang for your buck. So the other things I've learned along the way, I've got it wrote down. So it's easy to grow. It stores really well outside in the winter. I didn't pull this lot until late January and then I had it in the barn for a couple of months before I did anything with it. I just pulled it up, washed it off and then chucked it in the barn, and actually it was easier to peel, and once it had been sat around for a couple of months the skins were a little bit softer and it was a lot easier to chop and everything. So that's definitely what I would do next time as well. When you're making sugar, if you've got a dehydrator, I would get it down to sort of like a thick honey and then pour it in your dehydrator trays, silicone trays because it won't stick. Dehydrate it on 70 degrees centigrade for as long as it takes basically, and like I say, you have to cool it down in between each setting to see if it has crystallized or not. The taste of it is sort of caramel sugar. It would be lovely in coffee, baking and stuff like that. This is a shortened video and really an update on how I got on. I've decided that today's the day to sort out the rest of the sugar beet. This will be my third and final attempt at making sugar. This has been stored in the ground until late January. Then I took it up. We've had some hard frost, so they should be really sweet. They've been just in the barn as they are for the last couple of months. I really need to get them sorted out. So I'm going to trim them up. Leave the skins on, give them a really good wash and scrub. Then I'm just going to slice it all up, boil it down, use the sugar beet waste. I'll dehydrate that down to flour and see if we can finally make some sugar. This is an update on my second attempt. It's sort of like half granulated. It's pretty hard. It's been in the front room now all winter above the fire. It's quite sticky. It is sort of sweet, but it's sort of like a sweet bovrily flavour. This was obviously from stuff that I needed to get up that were damaged, and they hadn't had like a winter out, so they hadn't had the cold frost for them to change the sugar, but they were still really sweet and good for pickling at that point, which I did. That's my big pot of sugar beet. I'm just stirring it around every so often. Going to cook it until it's all totally tender and then let it cool and strain it off because the pot's too heavy to lift at that sort of size, so I'll let it cool first a bit and then I can strain it off easier. And then I'll just cook it down as per my other video. And again, the flour, I shall dehydrate the sugar beet until it's totally dry and grind it up into flour. I've got a great big pot of sugar beet water, so I'm going to reduce that down. I want to go out up to the field for a few hours, so I've decided to put the sugar beet water in the slow cooker. It's reduced quite a lot now, and it seems to be working quite well. When I got home, I put it back into the saucepan and carried on reducing it down. I poured it into silicone trays and put in a warm room, and this is after 1 week. There is still some movement in the caramel. I decided to try it in the dehydrator, so I put it into silicone trays and put in the dehydrator at 70 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 hours. And then I'm going to turn it over, and it looks like it needs at least another 5 hours. I've been dehydrating the sugar beet in the dehydrator, and I was on the point of giving up, and it suddenly started to work. I think my main problem is I only had 3 little silicone trays, and if I'd have spread it out thinner, I think it would have been done by now, because it has taken a long time in the dehydrator. I've only been doing it during the day on sunny days, because I'm running it off of my solar energy, so it's not costing me anything to do. So I'm going to give this a grind and see what it comes up like. This is just stuff that was around the outside. The middle bit is still a bit gooey, or not gooey, but it's sort of stretchy. So I'm going to put that back in again. So I'm absolutely stoked. I have made sugar from sugar beet. It tastes slightly caramelly, more like a molasses. It's not as sweet as a normal sugar, but it would be absolutely delicious, I think, in baking and coffee and stuff like that. This is just part of it. I'm going to put an oxygen absorber and moisture absorber in this. It is a powder that, if it's exposed to the air, will go sticky again. It will draw in moisture back in. So I would grind it all down to this, put it back in for an hour or so, and put moisture absorbers and oxygen absorbers in with it, and hopefully it should stay as it is now as a powder form. But what result? I was on the point of giving up, but like I say, I've just got it way too thick in the dehydrator, and possibly when I've been trying to dry it in the room naturally, again, I think it's just been too thick. So the thinner you can get it, like paper thin, and it would probably do in no time at all. Making the sugar wasn't as easy as some of the videos I've seen out there, but now I've got my head around it. Next time will be a lot simpler, so hopefully you can cut out a lot of the shortfalls that I've had. So yes, grow it, leave it in the ground until you want it, basically. If you think you can leave it, until February, then leave it until February. But I pulled mine end of January, stuffed it in the barn until I was ready to use it. It was easy to handle. It peeled a lot easier because the skins were a little bit softer. Reduce it down to a thick honey. I would definitely use a dehydrator again if you've got one. If not, you just have to leave it in a warm room. You're waiting for the rest of the liquid to dehydrate off, really. That's what you're waiting for. And then it should crystallize, and then you can grind it up. It will pull moisture back in out of the air, so once it's done and cool, you quickly then need to grind it up and then put it in your tub with some moisture absorbers. I think doing it in the dehydrator definitely speeds it up. It would speed it up a lot. If you've got solar energy and you're not paying for electric, it's absolutely perfect, and that's the way I'm going to do it in the future. So I hope you found this helpful and informative. I know I have. I've learned a lot along the way. I'm spending this next week living off grid, so I'm going to get my seeds in ready for my next harvest next year. So thank you to all those that have continued to watch. If you did like it, please give it the old thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that, and hopefully see you on the next video. Till next time, bye.